Hey, what's up guys? VenomousStare back with some more Zerg versus Protoss. This time we have the American player puCK against the PSISTM Gaming player Warren. Now Warren went for this hatchery first play and it really looks like he's going to go 3 hatch before pool. There it is, as Chris Christie would say. So we'll see if puCK has an aggressive response. He's going double gas in his main as well as double gateway. If I had to take a wild guess, I would say this is going to be double adept, but we will see. Warren, of course, making drones, that's all he can do. He's also started to mine gas, which is 2 drones. Here come the double adepts, as predicted. Mothership core also on the way for puCK, which is obviously very useful both offensively and defensively. 3 queens on the way for Warren, as this one's been straight up macro so far. puCK with the worker lead despite the fast 3 hatches. Oddly enough, Warren has 8 lings. He knew it was coming. puCK's going to run in with adepts. It was odd because of where he had them placed, I feel. But puCK is going to be forced to run away with phases as he kites back. He's going to lose one of them, maybe he does, but he phases away with the other one. And if we go to units lost, puCK is pushing out with a sentry and a stalker. I like this. He's also breaking down these rocks to protect his third base. Very smart move. I like the sentry stalker follow-up as opposed to 2 adepts, because it can completely prevent overlord scouting. I always like going sentry versus Zerg because it can also prevent a lot of obnoxious things Zerg do. Speaking of obnoxious things, at least from a Zerg's point of view, double Stargate coming out for puCK. Notice Warren has already made spore crawlers. He does not want to get obliterated by Phoenix. Warren finally pulled ahead in drones. He's also ahead in supply. And he sees this third. The Control Z thing feels not natural whenever I'm observing. puCK is making double Phoenix. He's also getting the +1 attack upgrade for air units, which I like a whole lot, because Phoenix do bonus damage to light units. So once you get that +1 upgrade, if your opponent goes for Hydralisk or Mutalisk, it really is pretty brutal on them. Additional spore going up for Warren. Spore is in the plural as he sees the double Stargate as opposed to just the one. If we look at Warren's vision this game, he's been scouting pretty well. Hasn't really missed anything. puCK poking forward. He's probably not going to be able to do very much damage at all. This is a great move. Warren has a spore crawler by his creep queens. I love this. I absolutely love this, and he can just continue to bounce and move it forward whenever he spreads creep. Great move by Warren. puCK is going to start building additional gateways out here. This will act as kind of a secondary wall to this nice little rock choke that he's already created. Both players doing some little things right this game, which is nice to see. Warren is going to reposition his spore right at the wrong moment, but he has 2, so I don't even think it matters. puCK has 5 Phoenix. His air upgrade is about to finish, and he's continuing to make Phoenix. Warren has Baneling speed. He also has made his Baneling nest at his third base, which is a little bit odd. I think this means he's trying to hide it, but it doesn't matter. puCK is going to see it. So puCK knows he's going against a Baneling style of some sort. I feel like this is becoming way more popular against Protoss as of late, especially with the addition of Overlord drops. puCK is clearing the rocks for his 4th base. Smart move. I'm sure he'll take that almost as soon as it's cleared. Warren clears the tower off. puCK had an adept there. You should always try to take the tower, no matter what race you play. A lot of new players might not know the advantage. The point of having the tower is once you take it, you can see the entire surrounding area. I'm sure almost everyone watching this already knows that, but for the newbies out there. Warren is also spreading creep, which is another thing that gives him vision. Vision is very important in this game and in RTS in general. puCK is making Phoenix, which, if you don't understand why he's doing this, why he's not just going mass Void Ray, it's because once you get a critical mass of upgraded Phoenix, they just eviscerate light units, which is what Hydralisk and Zerglings are. Now, Warren will have too many Zerglings to pick up with Phoenix, but puCK's idea is to make so many Phoenix where he can almost just counter the Hydras by lifting them and obliterating them. Warren is doing a good job of spreading his creep in multiple directions. He's going up to his potential 4th and 5th. puCK is flying around, kind of unable to harass. Warren has made so many spores, and if we go to workers killed, puCK has killed 0 workers. He might get his first one here, but it's pretty remarkable to think that puCK went 2 Stargate and hasn't killed a single worker. I think many Zerg players are often flabbergasted. It seems like Phoenix just do damage no matter what, but whenever you make 10 Spore Crawlers for 3 bases, because this base hasn't even become up and running, I guess that's one way to shut down Phoenix. Lurker Den on the way for Warren. puCK pressing forward with Phoenix, seeing what's going on. Warren has a ton of Hydras. He almost has gone pure Hydra, which is funny because normally you do not see people just going mass Hydra and treating the Hydra as though it was the Mutalisk in ZVZ, where you just try to get the outnumber. That didn't make very much sense, but regardless, Warren has a ton of Hydras, and he can make them into Lurkers pretty soon too. puCK has casted Photon Overcharge. He's trying to set up shop here. Warren pressing forward. Warren does not have any beefy units. That's why you don't see people go mass Hydras. Hydras are very, very squishy. They're low health units. That's why you usually see Roaches with Hydras, because Roaches are tanky units. But here comes this Hydraling Bane composition, which is very good against gateway units. I think Warren is kind of playing on the tendencies for Protoss players. Something died, a queen, I believe. Protoss players not to really use Colossus so much anymore, because Colossus would annihilate this composition. puCK is going to push forward here, put down some more useful force fields, eliminate lots of Baneling connections. He's also kiting back with this Phoenix, not doing a whole lot of hot pickup micro. puCK picks off almost all of the Overseers there. Played very patiently, waited for his Void Rays to come back, and after his Void Rays came in from behind like old Jer, puCK surged forward with this Phoenix and used the pickup ability. Great micro there from puCK. Didn't become impatient and fly his Phoenix into Hydralisk prematurely. And if we look at the supply count, Warren is severely disadvantaged. He's trying to transfer drones. This has been sniped. I can't believe I missed that. puCK sniped that with Void Rays. We'll go back and watch, since it was very significant to the game, I would say. Sorry about that. So puCK is going to run over with the Void Rays. Destroy these spores. I mean, he just eviscerates them. So puCK ran in. Okay, and when I said he killed the queen, he did, but he also killed the hatchery and a couple spores. And another queen. So then we'll speed back up to this fight. Notice how puCK's force fields are very close to his own army. He didn't try to aggressively partition the army out like you would see sometimes. This is because he did not want to engage completely until his Void Rays got there. Great job by puCK knowing when to do what micro. I know often in my own ladder games as Protoss, I'll go for the same force fields or like the same 2 or 3 force field ideas every time. I don't really think what's the best type of force field placement for this scenario. I just kind of throw them down, try to cut the army in half. Obviously puCK's like 10 times better than me though. But puCK's 10 times better than everyone watching this video, so that's why I point out the obvious sometimes. Nice little 1 Void Ray defense here from puCK. The workers killed lead is about even. More Hydras coming from Warren. He has a nice little existing Hydra army. puCK has lots of cannons. This is great in preparation for a probable attack. Personally, I would suspect Warren to maybe siege up a couple lurkers. Temple Archives on the way for puCK as well. Great move. These Phoenix are seeing what Warren's disheveled main looks like at the moment. Not good. And they're picking off Overlords. This is annoying and something that can't be understated. Warren is losing Overlords constantly this game, and whenever he loses big fights, instead of being able to replenish with fighting units and drones, he has to make Overlords, which is a waste of money. So that's a huge, huge deal. puCK has been constantly killing Overlords all game, and he's going to kill this base too, and if we look across the map, he's going to attack puCK's third, but puCK has recall. He might just snipe this base. Actually, I don't know where the mothership core is. Here it is. Okay, the mothership core is in the main, so he doesn't have recall, but he does have Phoenix. puCK is going to have to give up this third base. He still has his fourth. He's going to do severe damage to the Zerg. He has lots of Void Rays. Warren has managed to spread creep up to puCK's natural ramp, but puCK has lots of air units. puCK is going to run forward with these Void Rays, and he's going to run forward with the Phoenix as well and use the pickup upgrade. And the power of Protoss is too much. If we go to upgrades, puCK has been upgrading his air units, which is very smart. Most people forget to do that. And cross-map, he's not really microing because he was focused over here, but that's the game. As puCK goes into a base trade, gives up a base, says, hey, I don't need it. I have this bottom one. If you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel. It's free. You'll be informed when new videos come out, and follow puCK on Twitter.